Howdo, ladies and gents, Freddy I do. Back not with Football Manager. What's going on? Well, just trying something out. Just trying out playing some different games on this channel. See if you guys like it. If you don't, that's cool. If you do, great. Today, I'm starting out all my favourite games ever. Really beautiful little puzzle games called Thomas Was Alone. Now, if you haven't played it, do. If you haven't heard of it, you're about to. It's a game where you play as various rectangles and jump across platforms. So let's go on with it. Oh yeah, and it's one of the best written and most deeply charactered games that I've ever played.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
Yep, this is Thomas, little red rectangle. He is your main protagonist for the game. And you have to go into these little portals to progress. So, just like that. It's narrated wonderfully by a man whose picture I'll put up because I can't remember his name. He won a BAFTA for this work, and rightly so.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Yeah, so that's the narration, and that's all this game is. You've now seen what this game is. You are various squares that can jump. You jump across platforms to get into portals, and a man who won a BAFTA for his excellent narration narrates and tells you the story of the characters. And yeah, that's it, and it's one of the best plots in gaming possibly ever. And any game developers that might see this, you don't need super graphics to get over.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
So yeah, it's just... well, we'll see as we get on with it.
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Another thing that I think is cool, just a little design thing, is that there's always a centre of where the light comes from if you look at the shadows and stuff. So you can often find it and plunge the entire map into darkness, which I quite like. But yeah, this game, it's so simple, but trust me.
Big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Ah, not quite. Need to run right to the edge.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted.
Ah!
Unstable.
Run!
Let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose.
Nah.
Paranoia.
See, the thing is, right, I think you've now seen all of the mechanics that this game has. There's, in fact, I'll show you one more. The water kills you, and you respawn either at the beginning of the level or there's respawn points. That's it, though. This is just a really simple platformer.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world
Run!
and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
But the puzzles get challenging, and I
He
swear.
was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah. Paranoia.
I swear to you, this is some of the best characterization in gaming, and you don't need outstanding graphics or photorealistic faces and stuff to relate to characters. This game proves that you can relate to a bunch of squares.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Yes, the reason I want to play this game again is because I've been sick lately, as you might know, if you've seen my latest Footy Manager
It might
game.
have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
So yeah, this is the kind of game I like to play when I'm a bit ill, because it's just nice and peaceful. The soundtrack's beautiful, and yeah, I thought I'd share it with you guys. Hopefully you like it.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
Those are the respawn points. So now that I've
Made
passed that,
another
if I die,
mental note. 4. Water.
I stay here.
Not good. To be avoided.
Definitely. Yeah. So if you haven't ever played this
Loneliness
game,
was getting to Thomas.
aw,
No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
see, you trust me. It might not work because you guys aren't the ones playing it, but trust me, you'll grow to love these little characters. It's ridiculous. I got way more attached to these characters than I did in any of those Telltale. What they called? What's the fucking TV series called with the zombies? But they don't call them zombies, they call them walkers. Walking Dead. Way more than any of them Telltale games with all the faces and the cute little girls and that. What was she called? Clem. That was it. Clem. Way more attached to little Thomas here. If you've never played this game, go and get it, or watch me play it. Either way, I know some people prefer to watch games being played rather than play them. I do too. I subscribe to YouTubers and do gamers. You obviously are as well, because that's what this channel is.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper.
This brings me to my...
Evolving.
Sorry.
He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Aww. So yeah, that's his character. Thomas was alone. He's alone. He is lonely. For some reason I can relate to that. I'm not sure why. But yeah, little gripe I have with this game is probably the only one I have. If you're on something that's moving upwards, such as now, I was pressing X and you could probably hear it on the pad. Oh, wait till we're going upwards. If we're going upwards then you can't jump. Which isn't so much a problem on these, you could just hold right and end up at the end of this. But on later ones it becomes a real problem. Okay, we're going to the first chapter. That was the not prequel, what's the word I'm looking for? Not prelude either. Prologue. And this is the first chapter.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was? See, so can you see in the controls are covering it? See in the bottom right, there's red and orange. If I press L1 and R1, I'm on PS4 pad at the minute, then I can switch between them. And I can control them each. This is Chris. He can't jump as high as Thomas and he's not as tall. So he can't jump over this, so Thomas needs to help. He needs to stand there and let Chris jump over, which he does. And it's lovely. And then Chris can jump down here, and Thomas can go in there. If you play on keyboard, it's Q and E, I think. And obviously Xbox pad with LBRB. Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times.
Oh.
Well, not actually. Not technically graceful. Probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Ah! Dickhead. I knew that'd happen. See, I knew it that time. Don't worry, Chris. I got you. And I just get Thomas to his. I don't know how far I'm going to play in each episode. I don't know how long each episode is going to be. I'm quite happy that this will need little to no editing on my part, so I can literally just record myself doing this, and then that's job done. So I might go on for a while, or I might do a few episodes. Maybe like...
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
You'll notice that I'm using the characters to go along with the narration a bit. I do that even when I'm playing on my own.
Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
See, Chris can't get up the stairs though, so Thomas needs to help him. Now, when there's a lot of steps like this, it does get a little bit tedious, but it's not that bad. Just have to jump Chris onto the edge of there, jump Thomas over, jump Chris onto the edge of there, jump Thomas over, and repeat. But yeah, I might play like the prelude. Not prelude. I said the right word a minute ago. The prologue and the first chapter in this episode, and then maybe come back, do a chapter an episode. But then the last few episodes will be really, really long because it gets really difficult. They don't necessarily get any longer. I will just be worse at doing it because it's
good. Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but
nailed it.
Where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Nailed it. You didn't see that, but I just did the gun fingers.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred.
Aww.
He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Yeah. Got the Dutch angle on this level.
But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Oh, okay. Oh shit! Ah, fuck. Okay, alright. Maybe take that bit a little bit slower. And not try and do it all in one big jump like an idiot. Yeah, bitch. No! Didn't time that very well. I got away with that! Do-do-do-do-do. So I just get Chris into this spot. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on, Chris. I like Chris. I like Thomas because I can relate to him on certain levels. I like Chris because I can relate to him on every level. He's a grumpy motherfucker who hates everybody and wishes the world would just end. Good man. And then there's John.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
John's cool. Now, John needs to get onto the bottom of this. And this is where I start having problems, because like you can see in the bottom right, the order in which the character's going. Left to move left, right to move right. But despite, even though that's there, I always switch the wrong way for the character that I want next. Always. Always, always, always. See? Oh, fuck. Alright. And just do it again. Alright, so get Chris onto the very edge there. And then... Oh. There we go. Slightly messy, but it doesn't count, doesn't matter.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things.
I love that he calls them little
Where
dots.
did they come from, anyway?
As a rather tall man, it amuses me that he thinks of them as little dots.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
I'll get it right one time then, didn't I? It'll bear. Thomas, help! Thomas, power! Come on. Yeah! See, Chris can do things on his own, sometimes. Thomas can't always, though. Thomas needs help with this, because he can't get through that gap. Or over that thing, so he needs John to boost him. They all help each other. Apart from John, who's just fucking awesome. Conk, conk, conk. Love that loading noise. Conk, conk, conk. John! Oh, no. John? No. John!
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Okay. Yeah, I know. No. I know. Oh, wait. Yes, I do know. We can bit this way. There we go. I don't know if he'll make that. I can't make that. Come on, Chris. You're better than that, mate. Fuck about. Oh. Alright. Now, can Chris make this without... I don't want to go into that hole, so... Do you reckon he'd make that? Let's just go for a bit of insurance. That's about as far as he can go. Back to Thomas, move across this way. Right, I reckon he'll make that. Oh, I didn't jump! No! I ran too far off the edge before I pressed jump, and now there's no way back up, so now we're just gonna have to... Okay then. Come on, John. Oh, no, done that the wrong way around. Drop onto that little ledge bit. Thank you. And repeat. Although I think, by the looks of it, I should be able to just make that from just John. Yeah, you can. Where's the light source? Oh, it's a bit broken. It's a bit broken on this map. That's a shame. It's the first little bug I've found. Can I block it using John? Is John tall enough to block it? Thomas, move. No, it just breaks. That's interesting.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
I'm going to the top with John,
The
but
orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
yeah. No, okay, I'm going to need John back down here. Shit. That's a lesson that I did learn when I played this game before, but clearly I've forgotten since. You need to get Chris places first, or later on, the shortest person, the one with the smallest jump. You need to get them to everywhere first. Yeah. Oh, fuck off! Come on, man, I had that. Oh. Okay. Actually, if I put Thomas on here with him, then there's no to sweat about making the jump. Get these two to go together. There you go. Thomas can make that in his sleep. But they'll need John for this bit, so. Boop. Boop. Even the fact that all the characters jump with a slightly different noise gives them character, and it fits their characters. So good. Come on. Pull it up. See, I couldn't jump then because I was moving upwards. I think it might be intentional, it might be a bug. I'm going to go with intentional, but I could be wrong. I need Thomas for that. Oh, come on, you can make that. Ah! Chris is so annoying sometimes, bro. Learn to jump, dude. Can I get away with just Thomas for that? I'll get away with that, won't I? Yeah.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Okay, so Thomas has to go into his spot.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
So Thomas has to go into his spot first because his is floating. So you go get John into here. And Chris into his spot, which is down at the bottom. Well, never mind that, I've got to get him up here first. So Thomas and John both required. So let's just get Chris into his
That's
spot.
what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided
So arrogant.
to keep them.
So Thomas is going to fall into position. John has to be in his position, which he now is. And Thomas can use it to jump up. There we go. And this looks like it's going to be the beginning of chapter 2, and we have hit 25 minutes of this recording, just about. So I'm going to call that the episode. If you've liked this, please leave a like, comment, and tell me. And I'll join you next time when you get to meet this character. See you later.